that everybody know about, everybody talk about. It only comes to every 7,000 years. That Draco, the dragon. I said, boom. Man, this shit so. Let's see, I got to go do this like this. I got to do this shit like this, right? I'm about to break this shit down into segments, man. So when I be connecting dots, when I be following that money, man, I don't be playing no games. Nah. I don't be playing no games. Nah, what's up? These all won't let me good now. I don't be playing no game, bro. Yeah, I remember Edge Clan and shit. Everybody been hollering about going to the east, thinking they from Africa. Uru and all that shit. All that shit come from over there, and that's us, bro. Yes. Anima. The unraveler, ballistic manifest, 357 caliber. The spectacular vibrations grabbing your body and your soul, nemesis, Turkadabra. Well, I'm stabbing these hostile bird daggers like Cyclops with no lip controlling Mick Jagger. X Factor, witness the mind control bagger. Fatal game attack, and hence some smoke digger. Checking out slackers when I'm pitching slang homes. Patchwork cut out his cruising up shown. With the other zones because it mind blown. Evolution sees that lets me homegrown. Smoke out the crater of your cool lost skull. Devils are no. Slip tongue make swords dull. JB the car where you fools talk the bull. Born to build worlds with my universal pull. I'm on action, baby. Most on that mediocre play. My treasure dialogue makes you reconcile your ways. 666 killer perfected the demon slay. Step up in my cipher, reflect my solar change. Where we headed? Teaching God's to be. Now yes, y'all. We'll in groove for storm to come on in now. Teaching God's to be. Know what it was, what it is, and again shall be. Now where we headed? To the east, teaching God's to be. Now yes, y'all. In the same groove for ride. Now come on in now. The east, teaching God's to be. The revival of the raw. But double poets raise my crown, son. I bless this mic and broadcast from wide zone with the frequencies of life. My evolution seeds blossom the sweet fruits. Black boots squash to wine, I lie beats and execute. Futuristic style that still sport the basics. Fools that trace this, lost the east in my matrix on the basis that my birds complete throughout your lunar year. 7 days, 52 weeks. Clubs to the streets, valleys to mountain peaks. Master builder, architect, enough peace. Blackwards to the east have come to set the peace. On these grimy MCs, no hope to test me. Where we headed? Keeping God's conviction. Now yes, y'all. The same groove for ride. Now come on in now. Keeping God's conviction. Know what it was, what it is, and again shall be. Where we headed? Keeping God's conviction. Yes, y'all. All dark sons and groove. Come on in now. Keeping God's conviction. The revival of the raw. Come on in. That's it down. Funk it down now. Sir Jake Sam. Brother J. Y'all. Graveyard shift. Come on. To the east, my brothers, to the east. New York. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Yes, y'all. The same groove for ride. Now come on in now. To the east. Know what it was, what it is, and it shall be. Where we headed? To the east. What was, what is, what always will be. That's universal shit. Laws and principles that can't be broken.
So you can't break laws of nature. You can try. The laws of nature goes up under the truth, the son of righteousness. Man, I'm a twin reaper, man, but I'm BGD, man. I come to save souls. My nigga come to kill you, nigga. He IGD. Man, ante up. We all got to ante up and go get this truth out this east, bro. Where if it's flat, it's world flat. Where the end of the world at? Where the corners at? I'm going to show you the first corner. And a nigga been running the script on the world. Sitting back, watching the whole time. To the east, my brothers to the east. First of all, I'm just gonna go back far as I can with the screenshots, and I'm just gonna spit my shit, cause this is how these motherfuckers start playing with God, bro. The true people who cultivated, started and began agriculture in the true Hebrew language didn't play with God, bro. And they ain't never had no story about no imaginary, nothing. Everything was what it was. The same way we look up into the sky today, which we call the heavens, is the same way they looked up and learned and know how to respect nature. Phenotypes. There's a reason they had number 2 phenotypes, and that was basically for the people in the West. The people that didn't supposed to be here, and the people that was enslaved here. There was a Caucasoid and a Negroid. The other 2-3 entities didn't have. They blended us with a motherfucker to try to make us think we came from Africa. But the other entities didn't have an order on their shit. As you say, what the fuck? We gotta be an order, this kind of order, Caucasoid, and they're just black and white. That became our status. But them people over there in that far east, and I'm gonna let you know, G-O-G. That's who in the east, and that's their corner. When you biblically go up and look up the 4 corners of the earth, the first thing I'm going to tell you is something about G-O-G, which is Gog. These people are the ones who are trying to play and defy nature. These people are the ones that got their steering wheel in the world's back and running the world. These are the directors of the world script. With plenty of entities who owe them and do what they say and let them play the background and run these scripts on the world to keep the true jewels of God from knowing who the fuck they is. This the Holy Land over here, bro. I used to tell y'all, man, why them motherfuckers in Japan got that red sun on there, got my son, got my God on that flag bleeding like that, the blood sign. They done took your God and got you flipped up and animated like a motherfucker, all in awe, in Wonderland. Why they run the world, bro? Ante up. Everybody that hear this shit, just go look up ANI and just see what you come up with, because these motherfuckers are not playing with. Anyway, biblically, phenotype-wise, they said that all the blacks was Negroids by phenotype. But biblically, Ham was the father of all the black, all the dark races. But they specifically told you, not the Negro. So how can an African be a Negroid? Huh? See how they go? And this is why they killing the phenotype now. Cause niggas all over this shit. Niggas all over this bullshit. That serpent that came into the story, crawling on his belly, God cursed to crawl on his belly forever. And I always say shit, and people take me wrong, but I just be using common sense. I said the bitch crawled in on his belly, so how you cursed him? He crawled back out on his belly. He was already on his belly. How can you curse him to slither on his belly forever? He slithered in on his belly. But that ain't how he slithered in. He slithered in as the head serpent. You know, the Draco constellation that everybody know about, everybody talk about. It only comes to every 7,000 years. That Draco, the dragon. See, that's how he came in, through the dragon. And this dragon been dragging our ass along for a long time. And I'm afraid I ain't gonna play with this bitch. I ain't gonna play with this whole ass. The dragon serpent. The one that got your God on his flag. That melanated disc. That's sitting to the ones that sun gaze, they know what I'm talking about. That's why I keep putting that thumbnail up there. See, that's life. That's melanated energy. That's a big ball of melanated, energetic, magnetic life. That's which melanated people has comprised in their DNA. That's your 666 that was demonized. 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons is your carbon genetic makeup, because you will have melanated energy that will return to the heavens. See, they fucked up when they said you're going to return. Some people can't go, will never be able to go to the heavens. And they want to be you so bad, they just shoot rockets, they do anything they can to deter you from knowing that. I don't give a fuck, you commit 1,000 murders, that energy inside your melanated ass going straight back up into that universe, that dark energy, and that dark matter, that light up true blue. When that illumination of the sun rays hit it. And that will turn the clear waters blue. That's what's going on. I'm just gonna throw on through this shit, cause that motherfucker, they don't even want to be called Mongolians. That what they phenotype. It's a Mongol, but anyway, this Japan motherfucker, who we owe so much money to for this fake ass nuclear bomb, this script, that script. They the ones got the rocket engines, the Mifo, Skilo, Cheeto, Hachi, Chichibo, Chishibo, Hachi. Come to find out they fucking everybody. To the east. Y'all nigga better hand it up, man. Cause I'm gonna be dropping this shit in segments, man. I'm about to take one motherfucking screenshot at a time to explain this shit, cause first of all, y'all just book by its cover. And don't listen to information. I've been told that by these niggas over here in this community, right? So they killed the phenotype. Because Europeans never had a phenotype. Just the Caucasoid and the Negro. Ham is the progenitor of all the black races. I mean, all the dark races, except the Negro, so them Africans. We had already figured out that our phenotypes was not the same as phenotypes as people from Africa. So I said today, somebody got to show me the Negro within this biblos. We the ashes in this story, bro. Our world came to an end when this story began, bro. And they didn't even put us in the book. They just let us know that they rose from our ashes as a phoenix. Like two suns. Like that Area 51 area they play with over there in Phoenix and all that shit. Yeah, that Phoenix bird rose from our ashes and everybody else came to success as they keep their foot on a Negro neck, because you are the true jewel of God. By nature, your grandma and granddad are not to plant potatoes, not to plant fuck with flowers, got a green thumbs, so to speak. This shit is in our DNA to do this shit. To survive, grow crops, and feed everybody. And that's what the fuck we was doing. In all other corners of the earth collapsed in on us and ate our East, who that is? That's Japan, man. They sitting over in that far east, outside of the realms of the 33-degree circumference they done gave us to work with. They got other lands we can't get to, according to them. I'm gonna give it to you like I get it. Annie up. Anytime you see that ANI, jump all over because there's them. I've been talking about that Anian straight, and the Barren straight. It's the same straight. It's the same straight. But it don't make no difference. That's just another script. Talking about how they came and how the other motherfuckers, the red man, come over here and populate, how they come over here and get into our population anyway. Alaska ain't a part of the United States. That's counted. It's on the outside. That's what they say is at. See? So if you come in through Alaska, you still got to come down through all those Canadians and those Neanderthals and those Bigfoots and those goat fuckers who's born with hooves and tails and shit. And then come down into the so-called United States of America. Then come down. I'm saying down, but then you got to come over to our corner of the earth. God gets the east corner, but the western plateau is the holy land, bro. Totally opposites. And this slick-ass, brilliant-ass Japanese, this nigga done brilliantly took over the whole world and got a steering wheel in everybody back. And he's the king of your soul. And he animates. Yeah, he put you into motion with a hope and belief in God when you already know God. You got him because he got the sun disc on his flag. How this motherfucker got the oldest flag in the world. They try to disguise that. But unfair, go get it. Made it out of silk. And put your God on front of it. And still call it a sun disk. But unfair says a sun disk. No, everything's a ball, everything right. Everything you got from these people, from everything you learn from anybody, from them on down, until you get to your ancestors. You don't accept shit until you know it came from your ancestors. And I ain't talking about no African people. I'm talking about the people that was on this western plateau that we got to raise back up. They already got you looking up at the north and east just because you think they sitting over your head. Just because you think they sitting over your head. Ain't no land up over your head. You have a mountain up there. Once you get to the mountaintop, everything turns into altitude. That sky shit. That ain't the way to cross. That ain't how you cross the earth going up. You cross the earth going across the earth. Walking across this bitch. If you got to go up a hill, down a hill, up a mountain, around a mountain, you walking on the earth, the terrain. These people ain't sitting on top of your head. Canada ain't sitting on top of the west. They sit across those falls. I ain't never seen a water hill in my life. I ain't never seen a boat go uphill in my life. I ain't never seen a boat get sideways on no water in my life. But you niggas so anted up and animated by the controls and the powers that you would imagine in your mind with them and stay in wonder instead of going to find out what your ancestors were talking about, bro. That's all I'm saying. This shit rise and hurtful for real, because I be having an outlook in my mind, but I had to go get the dots so I can show it to niggas, man. I be connecting dots. I be finding that money, bro. And I call myself King Cut the Coat, because I've been standing on that Peruvian flake and that Nazca goddamn so-called Titanic plate for a minute, trying to figure out which one of these motherfuckers came and got their Peruvian dope. And it was these motherfuckers right here. It was these motherfuckers right here. Japanese and Mongolian people are distinct ethnic groups with different genetic and linguistic history, while both share broad east. They the same motherfuckers, see? Why the Negro ain't got different genetic and linguistics, and why we can't be diversified? They just call a nigga. Light skin, dark skin, good hair, nappy hair. And we so dumb, we'll say, goddamn, my great grandma was in there and she had good hair. Nigga, you think you ain't genetically who your great grandma is, nigga? You don't think your genetic makeup and your bloodline run through you? If your great grandma, your auntie, she's Cherokee, she got them cheekbones and all that dumb shit. But they try to diversify themselves with both sharing the broad East Eurasian ancestry. You the same motherfucker. All you niggas Mongolian nigga. Fuck you talking about. Them Chinese, they babies. Them goddamn North Koreans, they babies. All over in Indonesia. The fuck? But anyway, they ain't the same. The Eskimo, the one that they said had to lead them and take them to the North Pole, then they changed and retract. They ain't never been to the pole. Admiral Byrd supposed to flew over the North Pole and over the South Pole, which all niggas want to know is pump the brakes on these days. It's time to end up. You can't fly over the top and fly over the bottom or nothing. It's called over under, nigga. It's called over under. There ain't no nigga flew over the North Pole and then turn around and fly over the South Pole. He got to fly under this bitch. So when he flew under this bitch, why he ain't show us the bottom of this goddamn ball of water floating in the middle of nowhere tilted? Man, come on, man. It's time out. Because I'm on this Japanese ass. This bitch been animating the whole world the whole time. He got the big green screen. He got the technology. How he creep it, how he get it. He in the synagogue with all these motherfuckers. He got every nigga in New York hollering. He got every nigga in New York. KRS-One, X-Clan, all these niggas. Somebody, let's get to the east. And they ain't went over there and seen what's going on yet. They ain't said that. They already got, they cornered her. They cornered her is God. And they sit outside the realm of the they said it's supposed to be all the lands. But there's other lands over there that they sit behind the gate that so-called, in another animated story, Alexander the Great, then lock them outside. And they supposed to be coming in and fight for the doomsday. The God, they done made themselves the gods in the Far East. The Far East corner of the earth. Ain't that a bitch? When both shall broad, that mean a whole lot of shit there. East Eurasian ancestry. So y'all, your ancestors, y'all the same motherfucker. They diverged thousands of years ago. Japanese ancestry is primarily a mix of the indigenous Jomon. There they go. It's so many niggas gonna jump and say, yeah, I told you we was some black niggas over there. We Jomon. We Jomon. They script that. I knew. The Ainu people, that's who the fuck they talking about. They ain't talking about no goddamn black Japanese nigga. Y'all niggas jump right on to them trying to connect to some shit. Niggas just want to connect to something. Niggas just want to know, and black was everywhere and black nigga. No, we were what we supposed to be. Right here, we ain't went nowhere. They try to trick you until you take your ass back to Africa. You ain't never been over there. You ain't came over on no slave ship. They can't produce the goddamn ships that came for Thanksgiving. Let alone the goddamn Mother Mary, the good ship Jesus, and the grace of God. Because them the three slave ships, and we can't find them bitches nowhere. You can't find the Santa Mina, the Penum, whatever the fuck the Thanksgiving shit is, because all of it's script. That's all of it's script. The hunter-gatherer. That my nigga be telling my nigga, hey, shout out to my nigga Roll That Corn. Because the Javava room would lead me to him. That's the only I be listening to. He on that Mississippian culture, bro. He on the mountain. We got thousands and thousands of mounds, bro. The Javava room would lead me to, bro. Yeah, that would lead me to, bro. Mongolians descend from various nomadic tribes of the Central Asian steppe. I'm just going through this shit. And yes, Japan possessed possesses a modern feast of submarines. I know they did, because that's how they was goddamn transporting that goddamn dope. I was just asking questions, bro. Hold up, go back. 121 years. Submarines. See, I've been figured out. That's how Christopher, when they named the district of Columbus after Christopher Columbus, and goddamn started hollering about that, they took them same routes, delivering that cocaine, that Colombian cocaine on a submarine. That just, boom, I'm just telling you what's going on. The first domesticated built submarine, okay. I've just been tapping around on this nigga ass all day. I've been tapping around on this nigga ass all day. Indicate the trade Peruvian coke leads and cocaine to Taiwan. Historical records indicate that the trade of Peruvian coca leaves and cocaine to Taiwan, then under Japanese rule, became significant in 1920. How long before it became significant? How long they been getting that Peruvian flake, bro? Because it's indigenous, cheap cut the coke. Peru and the Nazca plate belong to a G like me. I've been waiting to bust their ass up. Who got that Peru? Fuck Columbus. Fuck Cuba too. I want to know who came and got these purple panties, and I done got their ass. During this era, Japan established coca plantations in Taiwan to create a domestic supply for its growing pharmaceutical industry. By the 1920s, Taiwan-based production and the associated trade routes with South America made Japan a major player in the global cocaine market. Then I tell y'all niggas, them ain't no motherfucking sugar cubes. Them bitches putting in their tea while they walking around with them little silk robes on, looking at buying their head and all that extra shit. Them niggas, I told y'all, them cocaine. I told y'all that, and I was like, man, there was some cocaine they dropping in that tea, man. The fuck goddamn cocaine get way over to Japan? How the fuck you can goddamn leave California and get to Japan so goddamn fast? Even during the war, the airplanes are arriving too fast, which I don't pay attention. It's supposed to be most Pacific water. That's how I know the Pacific waters ain't as much water as they say it is. Just got military restrictions to keep you fucked up. That's all. Got military restrictions to keep you fucked up. How the fuck you get from California to Japan that goddamn fast? I'm gonna keep thumbing, bro, cause I'm just hit on some shit. Y'all gotta catch on now. Now look at this shit. I'm talking about under there. If you look up under there, you'll see right there with that landmass right there that man ATF was trying to decipher. You ain't got to come across no Anian Strait. You come off that motherfucker and go to Alaska or go to Asia. You go wherever the fuck you want to go. They been sent back and knowing what the fuck been going on the whole time. In and out this bitch the whole time. Then they say them Ainu. See the Anian Strait, the Ainu people, they tried to disguise it and get out of there. But I put the screenshot up showing that they're gonna overlap right where they at. Now they try to disappear his land. I say it's mythological. Always trying to erase some shit when you put your thumb on their ass. And if that's the Anian Strait, goddamn the Bering Strait and the Anian Strait is the same thing. Japan Coca-Cola cultivation and cocaine trade in Taiwan began in 1917 and ended in 1945. Ain't that a bitch? Everything right, 1944, 1945. That's when goddamn Israel stamped themselves to become a goddamn. Ain't that when Israel finally goddamn became a motherfucking a state and tried to go against Palestine? You know, Abraham 2 wives though. Ain't got nothing to do with no nigga. Sarah and Hagar. They gave Hagar Arabia. That's how they went and got them oil fields. That shit to sit right on the other side of that Red Sea. All that shit supposed to be African shit, but that's African business. I'm talking about my business now. I'm talking about my business. I'm talking about Alabama being right there, bloodline coming from right there in Peru and that Mesoamerica where the motherfucker came down in here, bitch, and took our shit. Took our God, took our motherfucking cosmology concept, took everything and flipped it and got my God over there bleeding on their flag like that. The colonial government initiated the industry to achieve self-sufficiency, leveraging Taiwan's climate and existing tea drying techniques, drying out the tea though with the cocaine. The trade collapsed following Japan's defeat in World War II. That was script. That's why you allegedly supposed to owe their ass now. You owe these whole $1.1 trillion to this day. And the deficit don't do nothing but, that's a little baby. What the deficit do, little baby? It grow. It's just gonna grow and grow and grow. Cause we indentured service forever until we wake up. So I be smart when I come out of mama pussy and then y'all dumb me down with this shit. I be trying to tell y'all what baby talk, but y'all don't understand. A baby tell you that the deficit don't do nothing but motherfucking grow, my nigga. To the east, my brother, to the motherfucking east. They primarily use seeds from Java. Java? Why everybody on some Java shit? Not just said Java room, Java room, Java. That's a goddamn bloodline of people coming down from Peru. Indigenous people, black niggas, yeah, niggas, the real Indian now threw up. But anyway, they got a land called Java in Indonesia, which the Dutch, who the Dutch? Their sister and brother to the German. You got the German and the Dutch, same folk. But they separate themselves. They got many diversities, but a nigga just a nigga. A nigga just a nigga. They sourced it from South America. Christopher Colombo went over there. Ecuador, over there. Boom. Colombia got that dope. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't want nobody in Peru. I don't want nobody dope hitting next to the bloodline that they play games with. While the plants ultimately trace back to the Andes. Where the Andes is South America. So why y'all got to go through all these channels to tell me that these bitches can't get my dope? Why I got to go through the Dutch and then through the Netherlands and all this shit to retrace where I know that Peruvian flake came from? It's called Anthraxylum. That's that purple dog. Huh? Plants ultimately trace back to the Andes and specifically variety grown in Taiwan and Java was often Anthraxylum, whatever the fuck it is, that purple dope dog, which was better suited for the lower altitudes than the standard Peruvian. See, that's the Peruvian dope dog. That phenotype, that strand of goddamn cocaine come from Peru. That's my shit. Cheap cut the coke in the bill. How the fuck Japan became? Anyway, they took everything. Brilliant mind. They run the world. They got you on the big screen. They got these niggas going faking moon landings and everything. They get the rocket engines from them. They get the launching pad and the launching system from them. They get the green screen and the play shit from them. The dragon gave the motherfucking dinosaur, the beast, the northerner, the Noahs gave them the authority. And with that authority, the inhabitants of the Holy Land start respecting and giving praise to the dragon and was thankful that he gave the beast the authority, and the beast gonna lead you into wonder. And that's what the fuck going on right now. They right in your face. Space is a wonderland. And that's what they got you at. And then they had goddamn created this North Pole right there in the center of the Tuscany right there, Tuscany and Italy right there. Then right over a little bit more, you got the so-called North Pole, and they tipped that bitch to the east. To the east, my brother, to the east. How the North Pole gonna be sitting in the east? Cause y'all niggas ain't paying attention, bro. Japanese colonial rule companies like Hashi, whatever, I don't want to say Hashi, Tyrone Crude Drugs, cultivated cocoa plants to compete in the global market. Global market. Ain't no globe, man. They primarily use the seed from Java, Indonesia, which Dutch had South America. I know that's real because that's the only place you can get the dope from. Yes, before World War II, the Japanese Empire established significant coca plantation in Taiwan, and somewhere else, the two places they did it at. But the Europe had already tried to goddamn produce cocaine in Europe and spent millions of dollars trying to produce cocaine, and it never did come back successful. But these motherfuckers were successful at cultivating cocaine from Peru, from our ancestors, from the true navigators of the water who said this motherfucker is flat, and who already had a 3-tier cosmology concept of everything being soulful through the nature and life of the sun, God. Nigga took the sun from you and ain't gonna stop. Then they got too many people trying to help hide them. That's why they trying to tell you that anything. Anian. A-N-I, that's them. That's them. Watch this. Japan is primarily in debt to its own citizens. We in debt to these old. Then they try to tell me Japan had the greatest debt of wars. And then check this out, bro. Check this out, my people. These motherfuckers in debt to their own self. The brilliant, this is an act of brilliance right here. This is an act of brilliance. They got themselves trying to like they got a little debt going on. Japan is primarily in debt to its own citizens and domestic institutions. In debt to themselves. Whether they're in foreign countries, roughly 90% of Japan government debt is held internally, making it a unique case among heavily indebted nations. It's very unique, ain't it? How the fuck you owe yourself? And if they ever goddamn go to paying out the debt, they gonna break their citizens off. The United States don't never drag your head to work, make you pay tax, and your deficits is grow and grow and grow. Them. Why you think them U.S. military bases over there in Japan? You think y'all over there putting down? Y'all niggas work for them niggas. Them folks will tell you they want 30,000. You motherfuckers tonight, they'll have 30,000. You niggas dead and gone, and body parts and everything gone over there to them. They gonna ship them right over to China to their little baby. Their baby want your head down. Man, chill out, man. Chill out, man. These motherfuckers owe they self, bro. They in debt to they goddamn self. I remember them goddamn bricks goddamn cashed out on all them consolidated bonds. I don't want to put y'all on game about that shit. Up under the rule of Obama. Got out of there. No longer part of the European Union. That's when I started investigating England and Europe and found out that England and Europeans are not the same people. That's why I started getting a little bit more in depth with my phenotypes and just get more in depth and broaden my mind just from all white people are the same. Fuck them, this type shit. Japan is primary debt. What this shit said back? Hold up. These Bank of Japan. This is what they had debt to. The Bank of Japan, the largest single holder, only roughly 50% of all outstanding Japanese government bonds. These private institutions hold 30%. They had debt to their goddamn self. And these folks run the world. They sell you all the rocket engines, everything, the motherfucking big tractors, everything you want. Everything you want, they need is a technology. Ever since they took over. Yo, God, I'm trying to tell you what's going on. These Japanese motherfuckers, man. And they up. Y'all niggas ain't gonna end up. So I just went on in there, hey, why this right here? China is primarily in debt to its own domestic institutions, not foreign countries. But you niggas owe China goddamn hundreds of millions of dollars, but y'all niggas ain't slave though. And y'all don't see the real slave master. Y'all don't see the real the puppet master. These niggas in debt, man, shut the fuck up. Just keep going, bro. That'll be enough of that right now. I'm just making me an outline video on for JJ. Not North Korea. There's Russia kind of handle them. That's why they be fucking with North Korea a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? But I just got to handle. You know what I'm saying? I just was saying who else the fucking debt like we in debt. You know what I'm talking about? The United Kingdom, that is owned by private investors, foreign nations. I know that's real. Japan on their head too. Them bitches got laws that they got to go back. That was put down by Japan and the Mongolian dog. I already investigated this shit long time ago. You mean that the United States owes the most to Japan, China, and so the United States owe the United Kingdom, but we own by the United Kingdom, but we owe them. But Japan and China owe their citizens. See how that work? You supposed to be the United Kingdom. They supposed to be your king and queen and God and Britain and all that shit. You went to war for their ass, and they put you in there for going to war for them. But you niggas ain't slaves though. See how that work? Japan, China, and the United Kingdom. That's who we owe. That's who you go to work to pay taxes. You pay taxes to goddamn pay on your debt. And the greatest sin in the world is that's why I ain't never played with that credit card shit like I'm doing. I ain't never played that fuck shit. I don't want to owe now, nigga. That's the biggest sin in the world, to goddamn be in debt. Please forgive our debt as we forget our debtors. Every 7 years, the shit supposed to roll over. That's how they keep you hoping and blessing to goddamn become holy. You can't become holy and independent. You can't become holy in your mind because you're a slave. You owe me. You got to be my sheep. You got to work for me. You owe me. Why you think the system made like it's made? You pay a credit card debt out, they gonna hit your credit score for goddamn trying to be grown. Bitch, don't you never try to pay me all my money back, motherfucker. They gonna hit your credit score for trying to goddamn be independent and come free from their head. Why you think they went and bombed Tulsa home like that? Them black businesses thriving and surviving with that, the input of the economic use of their ass. That's why they went and bombed them folks for fucking nothing. Because of the economic system they got in place, man. That's the greatest sin. That's the greatest sin. They're going to keep you in sin. They're going to keep you fucked up and keep you wondering who the fuck you is and why the fuck you don't know who you is. To the east, my brother, to the motherfucking east. Shout out to the X-Clan, though. They ain't no better. It's time to go do some more growing, man. If you respond to astrology, the U.S. has a Neptune return. A Neptune return. See how they play? Neptune. Or opposition, which made many astrologers link to the periods of national confusion, idealism. Yeah, we confused. We the walking dead. We the burning ashes. In Revelation, we the one that was heavily wounded but couldn't die. They can't kill us. We the dominant gene. We the jewels of God. The children of the sun, the children of the corn. The Western Plateau, the Holy Land, where the Red Sea resides, where all the shit they be talking about was right over here. This the world that ended in the flood with the story. But it ain't end. But this is how that story go. Because you animate, so you animate, imagine what I'm telling you. Your world came to an end and you ain't in that book. The Greek wrote that book. That's a Biblos. You ain't in that book. And you gonna stay confused fucking with them. I'm trying to tell you. Japan's culture and historic legacy eminence influenced several global entities, domain, global manufacturing, Toyota, okay. Animation, the global Anima, Anima, Mundi. I just showed y'all that. They took your cosmology and ran an axis Mundi. These people are playing God. So why they so far back off and he's like, well, they're trying to be some gods or something, man. It's only like one of them lies I did. I said, that's what they doing. That's what they doing. You animated by them. Your emotions and your soul regulated by their heartbeat and their pulse. On a big ass screen. If they had all this technology, why the fuck China or Japan ain't just go to the moon for themselves? Why China and Japan got artificial suns? Why they fighting against nature? That's life. It's like the sun is life, and that melanated disc inside that bitch they can't fuck with. They'll tell you dog matter don't it make up 15%. Man, dog energy and dog matter make up 95% of the universe. And them stars and all that shit, it's just like down here on this earth. You compress that coal and it make diamonds. Like diamonds in the sky. You know what your soul do? Your soul is your energy. That's your genetic makeup got to go back through the sun and to get to that heavenly Father, which is the heavily melanated disc that give these devils melanoma. Yeah, they know it's melanin, but they ain't gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you, the universe is melanated, bro. And when light hit it, it becomes true blue, bro. And it turn your clear waters to blue cells, bro. That's the bottom water, the bottom water and top water. Rain come down from the clouds, bro. Ain't no water on top of your head, no firmament, no dome, no none of that shit. Anything we done got from there, we got to get it up and let's get it from the ancestors. The ancestors ain't said that shit, I ain't rocking. And I'm talking about my ancestors. Yo, I'm trying to tell you. Anime industry owes its entire and storytelling structure to the Japanese creator. Man, this shit crazy. This shit crazy. I try to catch the screenshots, the most I can't catch it. Temple Construction Company, Osaka, is widely recognized in the world oldest company having operated for over 1,400 years. Japan holds the world record as being the oldest hotel in the world. 705 AD. These boy bad. These niggas brilliant, bro. These niggas brilliant. That's how you go to war. That's how you rule the world. That's how you do it right here. These niggas in debt to themselves. Imagine that. Yeah, man, I got a heavy debt, man. I got to show pay this bitch off. I got to pay myself. I got to rob Peter and pay Paul. But you know, just like that left and right wing, that two-headed bird, though. The phoenix, it gave you the eagle. And told you put your hope in God when you already know God. And the two-headed eagle represent Russia and Germany, because that's where the buck stopped, because Russia is going to always be over there, because they own the same landmass with them folks in Eurasia. Putin gonna always side with China and the motherfucking Jap. Nigga, that's the script. But they brothers, they fly, two wings flying the same two heads. But the crown on top of them go to Japan. The Axis powers was Germany, Russia, and Japan. They always in there somewhere. These motherfuckers move, boy. Before the video game, Sony, Disney of the East, Toei was the first major studio industrialized animation in Japan. And they got our ass animated, spinning around on globes and all that dumb ass shit from the background. Then I showed y'all that fake ass nuclear bomb they dropped. I used to ask myself, how the fuck we in debt to China for bombing Japan? I always ask that question, but I would never go research. Man, that shit ain't right. How we in debt to China for bombing? So we just in debt to all these motherfuckers for all kind of different reasons. Went over there and used that TNT and them green screen and fake them trees being fucked up and all that shit, and they land supposed to be goddamn having birth defects and everything for I don't know how many years, and I ain't seen a retarded motherfucking Japanese yet. Bitches ain't had no grass to start with. There ain't shit happening to that land over there, man, for us to be owing. I mean, we got the greatest military in the world. We slap a bitch and bitch, that's what it is. We'll throw you a couple of dollars if we want to, but you be, we don't owe you shit. We'll slap your ass again. We'll drop a nothing, bitch. You drop the bitches on us and we live here. Won't give us no motherfucking, no grants, no loans, no that. Won't none of that shit. But all on farm. They got many farmers over this bitch. Now they took over this bitch and they gonna continue. I believe we the minority, not for real. But we that motherfucker, the one that wouldn't die. The one they said that was heavily wounded in Revelation but wasn't dying, but they led us off into wonder. Because we following this Neanderthal man, the motherfucker that told you about a dinosaur. Found one set of bones, put it in the goddamn museum, and said this was dinosaurs and dinosaurs exist, but will tell you about 5 different types of dinosaurs. How the fuck you know about 5 different types of dinosaurs and you ain't found but one set of bones? I'm just saying common sense when you following some dumb motherfuckers who don't know shit and you got your heart and soul thinking you're praying to your God, but they got your God kidnapped over there. Your God is the serpent fucking with them because he a God of war on a holy land don't exist. Over there, you own the holy land where the resources are. It is in abundance. You dig? In abundance. This the holy land. God bless this land. I'd rather worship a God of peace, a God of nature. God of war. What they got to war for? When all they got to do is wait for them to try to come over here and get butt naked and do all that freaky shit and just hit their head with some melanoma. Why they call that shit melanoma when that sun counts hit their head? Because they know it's melanin, bro. They know it's melanin, bro. The universe melanated, man. Your souls go through the sun to the Heavenly Father and compress back into the universe, and you become the star that you're destined to be. And that's why they motherfucking hate you, nigga. Because you're going to return to the heavens every time and be reincarnated several times. In your last journey, you're going to become one of them stars. Like diamonds in the sky, shine bright like a diamond. They can't do it. That's what your energy do, nigga. You melanated. You the jewel of God and you destined to shine, nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't try to tell you, though, my ancestors was talking about, nigga. The prefix, Annie, Annie up, nigga. Y'all niggas better Annie up. Is almost always linked to Japan because, I said, why? Yes, yeah. Let's Annie up. So I took too long to get to this shit. But maybe y'all are double back. I don't know. Annie up. Anian straight. The Ainu people. Yeah, everything I've been hitting on. It just follow my left when I go connect the other dot. I don't feel it ain't no play. Y'all play with me. Bro. You hear me? The prefix Annie up. Yeah, we all got the Annie up, nigga. Shit, what you got? You got a couple pocket knives? I got a couple of 38 shit. I got $44. Annie up, nigga. So we finna go to the east, my brothers, to the east, and let these motherfuckers know we see them. And almost always linked to Japan because it is a shortened version of Anime. Then you got Axis. Anima. We're going to get to it. Which is a Japanese word for all animations. What? So they animating your ass out from the east corner there. They playing God. They got the steering wheel in the world back. The brilliance of a motherfucking child. That's why every time y'all niggas see them, y'all go to trying to bow y'all head like them and shit. You know, we say what's up, we throw our head up. Them jobs come around, y'all niggas go like y'all lost something on the ground. Go to bowing and blinking like your genie and shit. Man, fuck them hoes. Give me them goddamn cameras and come around like they gonna take some pictures and shit. Bitch, we don't play that camera shit over here, bitch. Now y'all nigga can't get there and get the camera out your face. Nigga, we street nigga. Nigga don't take no pictures. We don't do none of that shit around here, nigga. Give me that goddamn 35 kind of millimeter, bitch, and then we gotta go to the pawn shop with that. Fuck you talking about. Y'all go to buy your head trying to give them directions hoping they give you a motherfucking ching-chong dollar shit. The fuck? Real talk. Respect that dragon. You don't even know why. The Draco constellation don't come back every 7,000 years. That's what the fuck was going on when that Kanika shit jumped off. That's what I was explaining there. He ain't coming back. He gonna be 7 more thousand years. Draco constellation. And then the Brits, they want to own it. That's when them stars lined up, them 7 celestials lined up, and you pierced the dragon. The Draco constellation, the serpent. This nigga that done took over. And got you not knowing the sun. Got you scared the sun gaze and look up in there and see that black melanated dish that I be looking at when I be looking at that sun. Yeah. Word for all animation. That's what the Anima do with the soul when they took the tear. I'm going to show you. It might not be that way, but I'm going to go erase these more screenshots and jump over some more. You going to see it. I peeled that. I said, what they trying? I said, so they animate all living things go through this soul that makes every soul fluctuate and move, and the flowers, the animals, and all that shit. God said he God. He's sitting in the east, far east. Then they got a far north too, Magog. See, Magog got a far north. They trying to play the north and the east there, and they ain't on top of your head. You got to make the plateau, man, and claim your corner to the west and stand the fuck up. Cause I want my Peruvian flag. They always tax for that goddamn purple panties, nigga. Shit. Y'all nigga don't know how to cook that shit. You gotta whip that motherfucker. Yeah, that way. Fucking tell me. It becomes a specific global brand for Japan's unique hand-drawn and computer-animated art style. Don't to my word. Don't to my spiritually. This is how they turn your soul to spirit. Y'all need to have souls, man. You sure don't even know what the fuck souls right now. Peace and soul. Peace and soul. Slide me 5 on the black hand side. Yeah, peace and soul. Spirit is something you drink and get drunk and act a fool with. Indian water and all that old shit. Fire water. That's much your soul. Your melanated your carbon melanated makeup, though. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. The fuck, these motherfucking goddamn Mongol. These motherfucking, I can't say Mongol, I won't be called Mongol. Japan certainly asserts a massive cultural and technological gravity, blending meticulously craftsmanship with global influence. How they run the shit? From the precision of high-speed rail to the rhythmic innovations of Japanese audio engineering, the nation functions as a heartbeat for the global modernism. You make my heartbeat. These motherfuckers is brilliant, man. These motherfuckers been coming back and forth like they want to. These niggas holler about the Barry Street, the King Cross, the 9th Street. Nigga, they sitting outside this motherfucker coming and going in like they want to and sending who they want all this shit. And sent over and got all the dope from Peru. And that Nazca plate that don't exist, I think it's a more land, restricted area type land where they was growing the Peruvian flake from, and they was with them submarine. I'm just saying, they just thought, I throw them down. You know, I throw them down on them, my nigga. I throw them down. What does this say? I think I went and got it anyway. Axis Mundi. Axis. The Axis powers. Germany, Russia, and Japan. Why Japan always in this shit? Refers to the center of the world. Oh, the center? So is the center true north? It's center of the earth. The center of the world, I mean. A connection point between the sky and the earth, like a sacred mountain archery. Yeah, that mountain sitting in the middle of saying that that's why the compass point that way. I'm going to get off into that because that compass point north, and I think it pointing away in the north to that corner. Yeah, it look like it's going in, but it's going out. You got 2 directions on it. You point that way, you point that way. You step right, you step right, you create left. When you step right, you create a left. You step left, you create a right. Because you step back, you got to go, left and right there. That mother point out that way, towards north, in the center. Now that Anima I was telling you about, Anima Mundi, refers to intrinsic connection or soul that animates all. So they making you move though. You peep what this motherfucker saying? Intrinsic connection or soul. One soul coming from God. Not God, but Gog, the dragon, the devil, who playing with God, who making artificial suns. China and Japan got artificial suns. When I told y'all, niggas, I used to be seeing 2 suns in the sky, y'all laughed and laughed and laughed. Told y'all, nigga, Gucci was a clone, put the ears over y'all laughed and laughed. But this shit real today. Animates all living things in the universe. And this is what they doing. Scripting the world out and we going for it, bro. Means to give life a movement to something. Yeah, what the fuck? I've been on the niggas all day. The historical and cartographic text, Gog is often associated with the far northeast of Eurasia. So you don't want to be Mongolian, you know more. The original Asian is a motherfucking Oriental. Ori mean east. We know you're in the east. So this is northeast. So that means the corner to this right side over here. And it's at the bottom. Northeast of Eurasia. In Eurasia, when they got them show you Pangea, they got Eurasia on both sides, sandwiching in. All the landmasses on one side of the water, but the water ain't lopsided, wobbling, and none of that shit. The water, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Ancient maps and texts frequently place the region behind the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah, it's in the center. What about that far east over there? Anyway, so the far northeast Eurasia. I'm out to investigate that something a little bit. I think they talking about that sound location right there. Okay. Behind the Caucasus, we know where the Caucasus is at. The Europeans told them motherfucking Englishmen, you just a motherfucking Caucasus and a dead ass in our mountains. Now they became Caucasus, bro. Them baby Europeans went playing with their head. Mountain or Caspian gates, identifying it with the distant outer edges of the known world. The distant outer edges of the known world. Alexander the Great post been locked them up behind these gates, and they can't get in to end days and all this old shit. He the one got down. They went on down to Egypt and stamped that globe on the world. It didn't come from your ancestors. It come from Greek shit. But I forgot all y'all niggas Kappa Alpha Psi's and A5A's and Q-Dogs and, you know, thinking you're Greek and just going on with the get along, going down to the lodge. They just act like you push you on a little blanket there now, and they like you know what I'm saying, it's your man, but they rise with fucking that goat nigga. They rise with fucking that goat nigga. Y'all nigga want to be the greatest of all time. Like, man, nigga give a fuck about nothing they talking about. I don't want to never my ancestors and goddamn roll that corn. If it ain't roll that corn, my ancestors, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all niggas ain't on shit. Gog and Magog are the names typically given to the inhabitants of the region. In many historical and theological traditions, they are described as fierce nations or tribes confined behind a great wall until the end of days. So when they get through using y'all, they gonna come in here, man, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit crazy. Them the corners of the earth, those 2 corners of the earth. Now where your corner at? If they claiming they corner, where your corner at? Sideways, they still gonna be on top of you, flatten their ass out. North is over there to the left, and right, and their right side over there to the east, and come across this bitch over here to us, which is the Western Plateau, the Holy Land, the land of abundance, the land that feed the world to this day. That way. Anima is a Latin word for soul. A Latin word. That poor little Japan word, every time we say A-N-I, it come from Japan. Huh? Latin and all that, Latin America. What is a Latin? What is a French? What is a Dutch? All these folks, man, come on, man. These folks is, what, Latin, Latino? What, man, I got time to keep playing with these folks. Breath. Huh? Word for soul, spirit, or breath. And what it is, Georgian psychology it specifically refers to the unconscious feminine side of the man's personality. I told you this, the woman get the genius from you. You got intuition, that's your consciousness, my nigga. Genius, that's why they spell genius the way they spell it. And for a woman, it's Juno. But anyway, you talk these folks this shit, and they just revert all kind of shit. But that motherfucking Japan motherfucker, that bitch don't play. I done found my goddamn dope. Now that bitch I've been looking for a cheap cut of coke in the bit of roller corn. You that guy right here, and it acts as an inner guide that connects the conscious ego to the collective unconscious and influence how a person relates to others. Japan was the world's largest producer of legal cocaine in the late 1930s, accounting for nearly 25% of global production. They dominated the Asian market by utilizing their own cocoa plantations in Taiwan. And I got another motherfucking screenshot somewhere, but I'm gonna bring it to y'all and show y'all how it came from the Netherlands. Java got it from the Netherlands, it got it from the Dutch, and it came from right over there in Peru. And Javava and all that shit would lead me down to that bloodline of all people who were building those mounds. And I can show you Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, all that shit was right piled up in the same area, bro. These folks spread it out playing, made colonial line, but like I said, that damn dragon, that's the devil, that's the serpent, that's the snake. You believe in Adam and Eve, well, there go your snake that crawled in on his belly right there. And flipped all your cosmology and everything. You already had all this shit. You the fathers and mothers of agriculture, man. You seeded the earth and fed the world, bro. And they turned in on you and turned you into ashes in your mind. And they rose as phoenixes. And then turned the phoenix all over their flag. The phoenix all over all their flags. And then turned them into an eagle. And got you hoping and wishing to know and believe, and just hoping and believe and hope for God and all that when He inside you. Your melanin, your soul. Nature. They fighting against nature, nigga. So let them water their ass off. Stop sending your children in order to fight for that shit, man. Tell them, oh, we want to dig for our own water. You can't have a well no more. You can't have a well in your backyard. You can't go down in your backyard and dig and try to tap into a water source. Goddamn Japan, motherfucker. But I'm out this bitch. The truth don't need no help, man. That shit ain't gonna bend. Break no motherfucking fold. Know what I'm talking about? But I got some more shit though. These some little shit I was just fucking with. I got some more shit back off in. I'm gonna show you how they, how they play with you. $1.1 trillion you owe these old for a fake nuclear bomb, man. They selling you the rocket engines and all that shit, but they ain't go to the moon first. I said, boom. Let me up out there.